Hi everyone, welcome to the next edition of HelpMeExcel's training videos on Excel spreadsheets. Today I thought might be a useful one to show you how to create an invoice. Let's say you're a new business or you're a business that has not been keeping track of your invoices very well. Excel's got a very good job of doing that for you, and we'll do some totals, formulas, etc. So this is one I grabbed off the internet. Let's have a look at the file, print, preview, looks something like that. I'm going to try and help you create something like this for your business that you can adapt. So that's my sample. I'll keep it there on sheet 3, blank sheet. Here we go. I don't have a clue where my page width is or my page length, so I use a quick shortcut down the bottom. I'm in normal view, which is what you'll open in. I click on page layout. It will show me where my page is, but it's not an easy way to use it. So if I click back to normal, it's now created a dotted line for me at the width of every page and a dotted line at the length of every page for me. I can scroll down there, further down will be the next page. These are only meant to be a guide, but they're quite useful when you're starting out. Blank sheet, I'm going to take column A, I'm going to left click A, right click on the letter A, column width, and change it to 3. I'm going to left click on column J, right click, column width, change it to 3. This is just as a little guide for me to keep within my borders, adds a bit of padding. I'm going to create the word invoice in here, but as you can see, the whole sheet, every cell is designed to wrap the text. By wrap the text, you can see it just makes the cell bigger, but it won't make the column wider. Let's delete that. So what I want to do is I want to make the whole sheet so it doesn't wrap any of the text in any of the cells. To do that, I can left click on the corner between the row and the column. It highlights everything. I can deselect wrap text, and now the sheet is fixed. In my first cell, I1, I want to type the word invoice, and I want to make it larger by selecting, I'm on the home ribbon, I've selected the font Arial, and I can make it larger by selecting from the numbers, or I can make it larger by increasing at a time. Let's say I want 28. Problem is I'm going over the border of my next page. You can see that as an example. File, print, preview. You can see we can't see all the word. Let's fix that by changing the alignment of the cell. All cells before they're set are aligned left. I'm going to change the alignment in the alignment section to align right. I'm going to make it bold. Now let's preview it. Lovely. In here, I'm going to merge 4 cells together, and the reason for this is because if I was to type in something there, but then I wanted to type in that cell, let's say, now I lose everything that was typed in. I can't see it all because something's been typed in the next cell. So I'll delete them, and I'm going to merge 4 cells together so that it doesn't overlap. I'm going to left click B, hold down the left mouse button, and I'm going to drag across to E, and I'm going to click on the merge options, and I'm going to merge across, which will keep the left align in the first one. My new company. Let's make that a bit bigger. Let's use this option this time. I can see it changing as I select, which is a lot nicer. So let's say 18. Let's say we want to make it bold, and let's say we want to change the font. Let's change it to, if they've got an arrow on them, it means you don't have the font installed. So let's not worry about that. Let's change it to Cooper Black. So in this cell I've got Arial, and in this cell I've decided to change it to Cooper Black. The standard is Arial on the whole sheet. So in here you might have a company slogan. Enter. And I might want to make that a colourful company slogan. I might want to make it, let's see, a nice blue. Make it slightly larger. And let's make it italic so it looks like a slogan. Quick preview, file, print. You don't print, but you can preview what we're saying. I think I might want to make these two a little bit bigger. So we can go and change that. Click on the cell with the word invoicing. You can see if I click on that one, there's nothing in it. Click on that one, it's the invoice. Let's make that bigger. Nice. Let's make that bigger. Click on the cell. I can click on anywhere because I've merged them. Make that slightly bigger. Now let's preview that. File, print, preview. That's better. Next thing I want to deal with will be the date and the invoice. So I want to put the date in this column, but I don't think it's going to be big enough. So my choice would be to, in this any column, I might as well click the highlight column, or I can click any cell in column I. Go to the right side of the cell until you get the double arrow, left click and drag. You can see that I'm not within the column now. So the quickest way to do this, to stay within my border, will be to get rid of two of the columns. Let's get rid of F and G. So I'm going to highlight F, drag across. I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete. Now that didn't work either. Let's undo that. I'm going to right click, just column F, delete. Now I've still got my nice border, and invoice fits. That should fit my date nicely. So in here I'm going to put, let's go down, invoice, date, invoice number. I'm going to highlight both of them. So that's left click on the first one, hold it down, drag, and let's align right. Make them bold so we know the subheadings, and let's put a border around these so that will make it easier to spot. So let's say left click, I want to make them all the same, hold down, and I want to format these cells and change their border on them. So in the font section, I want to bring up everything associated to the format cells. Go to border. Now I can change the border. I could have dotted lines, thick lines, double lines. For the outside, I'm going to pick a double thick line. And for the line in the middle, I can either choose inside or just the line itself. Click OK. Go to File, Print, Preview. There we go. Still in. Now I'm going to put customer details. So I want to make it match that one. So let's go down to here. I'm going to merge across customer details, and in here I'm going to merge. If I want to merge across, I can merge more than one row at a time. I want their address, their name, email, and maybe phone number. If I was to do this and I didn't merge across and a merge and center, it creates one big cell across 4 rows and 2 columns. I don't want that. So let's say merge across. Now it merges 2 cells in the same row across 2 columns. Exactly what I want. Now I'm going to line up with the side of this row here. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, merge across, and then I'm going to fill out some formatting. Click on there. Let's make the border, let's make the outside border nice and thick, and the inside a thinner line. And we've got one there as well, so I click on that and that, or I could click on everything inside. Let's do the same for this one. Border, thick line, outside. That looks nice, but I want to make them slightly larger. So because I've got loads of room to play with on my sheet down to 50, I might as well make them a lot bigger now. So I'm going to click on row 8, left click, hold it down. Let's go down to 28. I can right click on any number and change the height of these. Let's change it to 20. Now they're bigger. And I'm going to type in customer name. We don't need to put customer for each one. And I'm going to highlight them all, and I'm going to right align them. Remember, every cell, whether you merge it or not, is always left aligned to the left of the cell you selected. So in here, it would automatically be left aligned. Let's go on to the next bit. I'm going to click on B14, left click, hold it down. I'm going to take it all the way across to G. I'm going to merge and center. These are going to be, we did all that, okay. Do it again, left click, hold it down, drag, merge and center. There we go. These are going to be my headings for my description and amount table. So I'm going to highlight, left click the one cell and the next cell, and I'm going to format it. I'm going to fill the background color grey. I'm going to put a border, thick border around, and a thick border in the middle. And I'm going to write description of work and the amount. Because the cell's taller than the font, the row is taller than the font, I'm going to highlight them both. And now I'm going to align them vertically, middle align, and I'm also going to align them centrally. Click once, click back, and I'm going to increase the font. And I'm going to bold. There we go. Now if I look at my preview, file, print, preview, starting to come together nicely now. I'm going to move this column and make it slightly wider. I'm still within my dotted line, that looks good. Now remember, if I want to make merge cells across a row, I'm going to go down to all the ones I highlight, which was 28. So I click on B15 with my left mouse, hold it down, drag it across, and drag down, still holding down the left mouse button. Let go, select, merge across. Now they all have one cell each. This is where I'm going to put all my detail to my customer. This is my payment table. I highlight everything from B15 across and down, and then we're going to format border, outside border nice and thick, inside border thin, file, print, nice. Next, we're going to look at the total column. So we want, when we put our amounts in there, we want everything to be totaled up. You might be a VAT business, so we'll put VAT in as well. But we know that this row is, let's have a look, we right click on the row. Row height is 20. Let's make the next one's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Row height 20. I'm going to merge these two. That one's already merged. I'm going to merge these two. And I'm going to merge these two. So this one, now if I want to select the same format for each one, I'm going to click the first one, hold down the control key, left click the next one, left click the next one, and I'm going to align them right. I'm going to make the font 14, let's say 16. And in the top one, I'm going to put total. And the next one, I'm going to put VAT. We know it's 20%. The next one will be the total of the total invoiced plus the VAT, which will be the amount due. Slightly doesn't fit, so the quicker solution would be to left click the mouse. I want them all to be the same. Left click, hold down the control key, and let's change that down to 14 and make it bold. So I'm going to hold down the mouse key, left click, hold down the control, keep the control down, click, click, left click, left click. I'm going to format all these the same. Click on there, put a border around them. Let's put a thick border outline. Every cell I selected individually, so it treats it as one individual box. Didn't have to do the center. In here, let's have a look at our sample. So in here, we might say, please pay, thanks for your business. So in here, I'll put, let's merge these three. Actually, it won't hurt if I merge these four. Highlight, left click on the first one, hold down the mouse, let go, merge, across, and then type, please pay within 7 days of invoice, whatever your terms are. Let's merge them. Let's click on that, left click, hold down the left mouse button, drag across, merge across. Thank you for your business. I think we'll make that one bold and italic, maybe a bit bigger. Account details. Make that bold, make that bigger. Let's merge. We have an account name, account sort code, and account number. I'm going to highlight across, and I'm going to merge across, and I'm going to right align. Account name, account number, and sort code. This is for the customer. Account name, account number, sort code, let's have a look. and just see what that looks like. File, print to get the preview. Very nice. I think we'll just make these bold again, the preference. I'm going to highlight them all. Left click on the mouse, hold down the left button, drag down. I can format all at the same time. Bold. And I might want to. No, I think that's it. So we've got the invoice ready for the layout. Invoice date. Invoice date, today's date, 11th of January 2021. At the moment, the format of the cell is general. When I hit enter, it changes the format of that cell to date. I can choose to keep that format or I can change it. We'll keep the format, we'll change it. Okay, click on that. I'm in the date settings. Currently that's the sample, 11th of January 21. If I change it to that, change it 11th of January, that's nice. So now every time I type it in, if I type one in tomorrow, 18th, I can type the normal format I want, January 21, and it will change it for me. Let's make that center. Invoice number. Now, let's assume I want to have 1,000 invoices or more in a year, or I'm hopeful. So for 1,000 invoices, I would want a 4-digit number. Now, if I type in 0001, Excel doesn't recognize the zeros at the beginning, it blanks them out for me. So I want to change that format. So I go back to there and I can customize this to show number. Let's go to custom, pick 0, which shows a 1, and I can change it to my own custom. I can put in 4 zeros and it will always show me 4 digits in that cell. Say OK, left align. Now if I put in 2, I can put in 150. It will always show me, so your invoices are easy to understand. Useful tip. In the detail, let's assume this is an invoice for your lounge. Let's assume you're a decorator, painter and decorator. Materials, we want timber, plasterboard, fixtures, paint, and we'll put in an amount here. Let's say the timber costs £200, plasterboard costs 150, fixtures cost 50, paint costs 75. Now the layout of that, again, any cell standard format is general. I want to change all of this column to a recognized number format. So I click on left mouse, click on the first one, drag down holding the left mouse. I'm going to change everything in that to be a number format, but I want it to be in pounds. Under the number section, click on that, English United Kingdom, and it changes everything for me. Let's say it was £80 for the paint. Now we still don't have the total. You can add that up yourself and type it in, but Excel will do this for you, and it has a nice little feature called auto sum. If you click on auto sum, it will take you to the last cell containing a number. If I was to put something in that column, that cell, it wouldn't recognize it. So while the dotted lines are there, I'm going to take the mouse cursor until I get the diagonal arrow, hold down the left mouse, drag it up so that it doesn't miss anything, and hit enter. Now it totals it for me. You can see the change. If I say that fixtures were £60, this should go up to 490. They're lovely. Now we have VAT. Let's assume because you're a painter and decorator, you get charged VAT. So you charge the VAT to your client, and we know it's 20%. We have to put in a formula in here, a very simple formula, and I want you to type in equals sum, open bracket, and I want to take the total amount on the invoice, and I want to times it by 20%. So I can choose to type in 20%, or I can choose 20% of 100, which will be 0.2, close brackets. And there's the VAT amount on 490. So the total amount due would be 490 plus 98. So in this one, another cell, select cell H33 and type equals sum, open brackets, total plus VAT, close brackets. And it's highlighted the cells for you. Blue one, red one. You can see which cell. Enter. Total amount due 588. You might want to make this a bit clearer for your client. So you could make it bold and maybe slightly bigger, so that that's clear the amount that they're paying. And if we go to the file print, you can see we have a nice invoice for your company to amend. Hopefully you'll find that useful. And please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like this invoice. Hopefully there'll be more to come soon. I might do a transaction list next where you can keep track of all your invoices that you've sent to the customer that you could send to your accountant. So please like and share. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.